Can you speak a little bit about how doing a live show impacted your energy, impacted your mood, impacted your performance tonight?
Yeah, so that was my first, yeah, definitely my first live show. I've done a couple live plugs on news stations or special events, local channels, but never anything of this magnitude. And so, gosh, yeah, it's funny. We were joking a little after, me and Elle were actually talking about how what just happened? Do you feel okay? How do we're just dumbfounded because, it felt a lot like some of the episodes from before, yet you knew there was an element there that you just couldn't describe unless you were there. I mean, the energy, from opening to close, it just forces of nature. Every single person here is just so talented in their own right. And but yeah, for me, for being able to strip it down and do a ballad and first live show, first live performance ever. Wife was in the stands there and all the feels, and so it's a moment I'll never forget.
Fantastic.
So this preparation for this first live performance, technically it's not my first live performance on TV because I did a couple telethons when I was a little girl, but not anything of this magnitude. But it's definitely a different kind of feeling. I have to say it is very weird having the cameras in front of you and not really being able to see this audience because we filmed all the other rounds the same exact way. So in a way, it is kind of like you're singing, and as you're singing, you're like, people are watching me right now.
Yeah, that's
like right this minute. And it definitely puts you in a good, I mean, for me, it put me in a really good space as a performer because I am a live performer. I hate being recorded. I hate it. I actually don't even like recording in the studio because it feels forced in a way and almost like it's not the same. So channeling that feeling of having an audience, even though I couldn't see them, was so helpful. And like you said, how did it affect our mood? Oh, it absolutely. We have gone, I think we've run the gamut of emotions today, all of us. I got the zoomies. I think I literally got the zoomies and was running back and forth in front of a TV while Zoe was singing. That was fun. And it's definitely kind of put us in this like, what is our life? The energy is there. And then we got really tired because we've been up so early, but then our energy went back up. And yeah, it's a whole different experience. And you have to be ready to handle it as performers. Thankfully, we are all prepared, but it hits you like a train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Asher.
Well, just like Josh, this is my first time on a stage like this and live. I did a lot of singing in church, and I've only dreamt of standing on the stage singing live. So preparation was exciting. It was also tiring, but to hit the stage live is a feeling that I honestly just can't explain. Feeling the audience, seeing my coach sitting there smiling, doing her little finger thing like that was everything. And I wish I could have this moment for life. Like I said in my interview on TV, I just didn't think that this could even be my life. I knew I could sing, and just like anything you do well, you become good at it. And so I figured I've been singing for a long time, and so I've become good at it. But I never thought that the stars would align for me to do this. So to do it and for it to be live is simply incredible.
Song choice is everything. Why did you guys can you elaborate on why you chose these songs for today's performance, starting with you, Josh?
Yeah, so today's performance is a song by the artist Thomas Rhett, Angels Don't Always Have Wings. And I didn't know it at the time, but found out later it was actually part of a co-write with Teddy Swims and a couple other writers in Nashville. And Teddy was supposed to get the song, but then I guess they slept on it and realized that it was more, Teddy pretty much said, Thomas, this is you all day long. So Thomas and I, we're similar age, same genre. I'm thinking he's got 4 girls. I got 4 girls. But more than that, man, it just felt like the right time to strip it back, bring it to a place of a ballad, but more than just any ballad. A ballad, if I was going to do one, I wanted it to mean something. And so the show's done a terrific job of kind of portraying my life and the narrative of that. But it was time to shine light on the MVP, which is my wife, because again, there's no way that I'd be here if she wasn't home holding it down. And so I knew when I was looking, for a song to mean something, not to just me, but to her, and something I felt like the majority of us, anyone in a relationship, can relate to being in that seat where you always feel like you're being given more grace than you're actually giving back. And that when that realization comes on you, it's a hard one to swallow. And so, but in my life, that's definitely the truth when it comes to my wife and I, that she and I have been through a lot of life in 10 years. And so, but she's always been constant. She's always been the anchor. And yeah, she's definitely the reason that I was able to pick that song, and it was an honor to be able to do it tonight.
So this song, Up to the Mountain by Patty Griffin, they asked me the first time that I ever heard it, and I actually went, I don't know. It's one of those songs that it's so familiar, it literally feels like it's been with me forever. It feels like it's existed forever. Does that make sense? It's like so familiar to me. And yet that song didn't exist until 2007. I don't know how that's even a thing, but it fits me perfectly. So my genre is Americana soul. Patty Griffin is Americana. It's a soulful country ballad. And I truly felt like it sounds like a song that I would write. It sounds like a song that would be on one of my albums. And it was a really good representation of me, because I know I don't look like a country singer, but I ride that country vein. It's very like country-ish. And I was very happy to be able to represent who I am as an artist with that specific song. It's just perfect.
A gospel boy at heart. Growing up in the South, in the Baptist church, I'm just used to singing those good old foot stomping songs. And so when I heard Boys to Men, I'm like, wait, I think they've come from the same church I come from, literally. And so it was, once I had the conversation with Reba on just how to connect with the song, the rhythm was easy. Once I heard the music, it took me back to this little wooden church by the railroad tracks, where we only had tambourines and a tore up drum, but we had a lot of heart. So I was excited to sing it.